The honey badger charges directly at its target with a short, explosive burst, sharp and defiant. It does not dominate through size, but through grit, speed, and consistent reactions. Every close approach feels like a direct challenge to anything in its path. The honey badger is formidable, not because it is large, but because it rarely backs down. The encounter between a honey badger and a lion stands as a striking example of how courage can bridge even the widest gaps in size. Weighing nearly 25 times less than its opponent, the honey badger carries unique biological advantages that allow it not only to defend itself, but to move forward with surprising confidence, forcing the king of the savanna to hesitate. When the lion blocks its path, the badger does not retreat. It moves in controlled zigzag patterns, turning its small body into a difficult target to grasp. At just around 15 inches tall, its core strategy lies in relentless aggression, directing its effort toward the most vulnerable points. Each forward surge causes the powerful predator to pause, unsettled by the intensity of such a small opponent. At the same time, its strong endurance and defensive sense begin to test the resolve of even the most dominant hunters. The lion recognizes that the nutritional value of this pursuit is far too low compared to the physical risk of a prolonged struggle that could last for hours. It chooses to step back. In the realm of big cats, the leopard represents refined precision. With a muscular build, weighing up to 150 pounds, it controls its space through silence, accuracy, and carefully timed strikes. But today, the figure in its sights is not an unaware young antelope. It is the honey badger, a creature known for its exceptional tenacity. In a stretch of dry scrubland, the leopard observes a solitary honey badger moving with a slight injury in one leg. To a predator, this appears to be a simple opportunity, but as the distance closes, the pace shifts quickly. The honey badger responds with intense aggression, pushing pressure back toward its opponent in rapid bursts. That determination quickly reduces the leopard's physical advantage. Even when the leopard uses its strong climbing ability to gain control, it encounters a unique evolutionary trait. The honey badger's skin, measuring up to about 0.35 inches thick, is remarkably loose. This structure allows it to twist nearly 180 degrees within its own skin to counter, forcing the larger predator to release its grip and withdraw. It becomes a costly lesson in limits. Relentless courage has turned the honey badger into a master of survival. It does not simply endure. It turns determination into a force that even the most calculated predators learn to respect. The savanna does not favor the weak, but it often unsettles the fearless. In nature, some of the most striking moments come from unexpected contrasts. Here, a creature weighing just 35 pounds is about to engage in something that seems almost unthinkable. In front of it, the oryx stands like a pair of living blades, with two straight horns reaching up to 50 inches, turning every step closer into a high-risk test of timing and precision. Yet, when the honey badger steps in, the oryx's powerful swings lose their effect against thick skin that absorbs impact and allows near-instant recovery. Before the tension settles, the honey badger creates another disturbance, this time in front of a giant weighing up to 13,200 pounds, the African elephant. A single movement from such a massive body can shift everything around it. Still, the honey badger presses forward as if declaring that determination has its own ground. Being pushed back several feet becomes only the beginning of an even more persistent response. Holding its position after impacts measured in thousands of pounds defines the identity of the honey badger. The line between recklessness and survival instinct is sometimes no more than a single breath apart. Nature has equipped the honey badger with a distinct set of biological advantages. These traits shape one of the most tenacious and unpredictable creatures on the savanna. Leaving the dry mounds behind, it moves into the wetlands, a domain ruled by cold-blooded predators. Here, crocodiles dominate with a bite force reaching around 3,800 pounds per square inch. A single snap from those powerful jaws can end an encounter in an instant. Along the brush near the water's edge, the honey badger stays close to the flank within a blind spot, limiting the sweep of the heavy tail. It delivers short, sharp advances, then pulls back quickly the moment the opponent reacts, conserving energy. This strategy allows it to confront even fully grown individuals weighing hundreds of pounds. When the prize is finally pulled into the brush, the landscape reflects the rise of resilience once again. It is more than a meal. It is proof that a precise mind can overcome even the most formidable natural defenses. On the unforgiving savanna, there are silent predators armed with venom, potent enough to bring down even the king of the plains with a single strike. Cobras and gaboon vipers carry toxins that act directly on the nervous system, overwhelming most creatures. Yet, for the honey badger, these feared animals can at times become a difficult meal. Facing an opponent capable of projecting venom up to about 10 feet in less than 0.5 seconds, the honey badger adopts a calculated, direct approach. It deliberately moves into the danger zone, accepting the risk of a strike to control the snake's movement at close range. Even when a snake positions itself above ground, the honey badger's climbing ability ensures that few targets remain out of reach. The key lies in its strong resistance to venom. When the toxin takes effect, the honey badger may become still, entering a temporary inactive state that can last for up to 4 hours. Through specialized adaptations in its nervous system, the body gradually neutralizes the effect, allowing it to recover and continue moving. Sometimes, the one that controls the outcome is the one that refuses to step back. And if fear could be measured, this creature carries little beyond the will to move forward. Some cravings are strong enough to outweigh fear. In the natural world, honey is a form of liquid gold, a dense source of energy protected by one of the most coordinated collective defense systems. For the honey badger, the sweet scent drifting from hollow trees is not just food, but an invitation to take on an uneven challenge. When the raid begins, the honey badger faces the full response of thousands of wild bees. Wave after wave of stings builds pressure on the intruder. Yet a hide, measuring about 0.35 inches thick, acts as effective armor, allowing it to endure the swarm. Even under constant stings, it maintains focus, extracting the most nutrient-rich reward. The key to success lies in controlling impulse. It does not linger. Once the reward is secured, it withdraws quickly into the shadows. This reflects a practical instinct, accepting pressure to gain energy, but knowing exactly when to retreat to preserve its advantage for survival. For a moment, set aside the image of direct physical clashes. Each ostrich egg becomes a difficult challenge that nature places before predators on the savanna. Weighing about 5 pounds, the equivalent of roughly 30 standard chicken eggs, it is a large store of protein protected by a limestone shell, about 0.10 inches thick. Its near-perfect rounded form appears almost impossible for any small jaw to break through. But the honey badger still finds a way to solve it. Instead of wasting energy on ineffective bites, it uses the surrounding landscape as leverage. With its skillful forefeet, the honey badger rolls the smooth egg toward sharp rocks or solid tree roots. Under the combined force of repeated impacts, the tough shell begins to show its first cracks. At last, the structure gives way. The reward for patience is a valuable source of energy that helps it endure in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Here, intelligence becomes the most effective tool, turning the honey badger into one of nature's capable problem solvers. In the harsh wild, the honey badger stands out not for its size, but for a will that does not retreat. Each encounter shows how it can turn disadvantage into opportunity. From dry grasslands to deep wetlands, persistence remains its most effective tool. In nature, some of the smallest creatures are not easily overcome. If this journey has drawn your attention, a like and subscription help you continue following the most authentic moments of the wild.